8 huge Corrie this week, Becky kills Costello. Theo's lie. As December unfolds on Coronation Street, Weatherfield is plunged into one of its most explosive weeks in recent memory. Secrets tighten like a noose. These 8 major storylines promise a week of shocking twists, emotional reckonings, and life-altering consequences. 1. Becky's dangerous secret meeting exposes her criminal ties. The week kicks off with a stunning revelation as Lisa informs Becky that police have identified a suspect linked to Costello's brutal attack, a street lad known only as Soap. Becky feigns ignorance, but viewers know she's anything but innocent. Behind her composed exterior is a woman running out of excuses, out of time, and soon, perhaps, out of luck. Under the cover of secrecy, Becky slips away to meet Soap. The rendezvous is gritty, tense, and reveals the extent of Becky's entanglements within Weatherfield's criminal underbelly. Soap hands over 2 crucial items: Costello's burner phone and his personal mobile evidence Becky is determined to keep out of police hands. But just as she seizes the phones, the piercing wail of police sirens shatters the moment. For the first time, real panic flashes across Becky's face. She's no longer one step ahead, she's trapped in a tightening net of her own making. 2. Becky blots the unthinkable: murder in the hospital ward. If viewers believed Becky's schemes had a limit, this week proves otherwise, when Lisa discloses that doctors are preparing to wake Costello from his induced coma. Becky's worst nightmare becomes reality. If he regains consciousness, he could identify her and everything she's worked to bury will explode to the surface. Determined to silence him forever, Becky creeps into the hospital, moving with cold calculation. After confirming the corridor is clear, she swipes a syringe, her mind set on ending Costello's life before he can open his eyes. The scene is chilling, a woman crossing the line from fraudster to potential killer, driven purely by fear and survival instinct. But just as she leans in, ready to inject the fatal dose, Lisa appears behind her. The look between the 2 women is electric, the truth hovering dangerously between them. Lisa, a seasoned detective, can't ignore the implications. Her wife, standing over a vulnerable patient with a syringe, looks less like a worried spouse and more like a woman caught in a deadly lie. Will this be the moment Becky's entire world collapses, or can she talk her way out one last time? 3. Todd covers the truth and sinks deeper into Theo's control. Elsewhere, the toll of Theo's coercive control is becoming agonizing to watch. After hearing about the break-in, Dev rushes to Todd's flat, only to be met by Todd stepping out of the shower, clearly rattled. Desperate to stay within the confines of Theo's carefully curated narrative, Todd insists he's only just returned from London, the story Theo demanded he repeat. He claims the gash on his head is from a drunken mishap, plastering on a smile that doesn't reach his eyes. Dev listens, but the skepticism is clear. He's known Todd for years, the nervous energy, the 2 practiced lies, the pain behind his eyes are warning signs he can't ignore. For Todd, the facade is becoming unbearable. Each lie pushes him deeper under Theo's control and closer to a breaking point. 4. Theo tightens his grip with a sinister gift. Theo's manipulation shifts into chilling territory when he hands Todd a fitness watch, framing it as a supportive tool for Todd's training, but the real intention is far more sinister. To Todd, the watch is a leash, a way for Theo to monitor him, track him, punish him. The pressure is suffocating. After forcing himself through a grueling run, Todd collapses in pain. Christina, noticing his distress, guides him inside for a cuppa. But Theo, observing from a distance, is anything but pleased. His jealousy flares dangerous, unpredictable, and deeply possessive. Christina's gentle concern may soon put her in Theo's crosshairs, and Todd's silence is only making the situation more volatile. 5. Sparks fly between Megan and Daniel, but Will won't stand by quietly. Romance brews elsewhere on the street when Megan shares with Will that she's applied for a position at Weatherfield High. Later at the Rovers, she excitedly tells Daniel she's secured an interview, news he celebrates with a bold date invitation. Megan accepts, and Daniel beams. But Will, far from celebrating, he seethes. His expression turns dark as he watches the exchange. His carefully masked feelings for Megan threatening to erupt. His reaction suggests something deeper, more obsessive, than friendly disappointment. Is Will about to become Weatherfield's next dangerous loose cannon? 6. Dee Dee's Christmas commitment crisis leaves Ollie crushed. A quieter but emotionally charged storyline unfolds between Dee Dee and Ollie. When Ollie floats the idea of spending Christmas Day together, Dee Dee sidesteps the question entirely. Her reluctance to commit wipes the smile straight off Ollie's face. Dee Dee's fear of moving too quickly is understandable, but in pushing Ollie away, she risks damaging the fragile bond they've been building. Weatherfield has seen many holiday heartbreaks, and this one may be added to the list. 7. Maria and Ava's feud reignites and Maggie notices everything. Long-standing tensions flare once again when Maria fires a few pointed jabs at Ava. Ava tries to shut the argument down, but the animosity is impossible to ignore, especially for Maggie, who watches the exchange with sharp eyes. Maggie's outsider perspective may finally expose the depth of the rivalry and force both women to confront the toxicity they've allowed to fester. 8. Will's rage explodes and Liam becomes his new target. Finally, Will's temper reaches a dangerous peak. During a casual conversation, Liam innocently asks about Will's time in Hull and whether he has a girlfriend. The question is harmless, but Will reacts with explosive hostility. Within seconds, he's squared up to Liam, fists clenched, fury blazing in his eyes. Maria witnesses the outburst, horrified. Will's overreaction isn't just anger, it's a warning. Whatever happened in Hull remains a tightly guarded secret, and Will's willingness to lash out suggests that truth is darker than anyone suspects.
Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.